Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the Charlotte Tilbury brand new concealers. Hello babies. It's what I've got on my face right now because I've done it, yeah. So keep watching and I'll go back to the beginning. So is it worth the hype? Do I like it? Keep watching and I will let you know. Let's begin popping the hair clips in and let's go. So I've got to say, before we begin talking about the concealer, I've just tried the Keys Soulcare. That's what I've just got on my face now. Let Me Glow Illuminating Serum, and it's amazing. It smells of a beautiful rose. It's so like relaxing to apply, and can you see that gorgeous texture it's left on my skin? Hello. I need to talk more about this, but we'll do that another time. The brand new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. Okay. They're rolling all over the desks. So I've got quite a few shades there, just in case you don't know, I'm a makeup artist, so I kind of get sent stuff for my kit. This new concealer, I believe, comes in 30 shades. I'm going to show you. They are stunning. So Charlotte Tilbury is a pro makeup artist. She's been in the industry for donkey's years. She assisted Mary Greenwell, another renowned fabulous makeup artist. And what's really lovely about the consistency of this concealer, not only does it conceal, like where would we be without the stuff, but it helps to, it's got a lot of hydrating ingredients in there. And one of the claims is it's the power of a concealer with the power of an eye cream combined. And through their studies, they've got quite strong kind of claims here that this reduced circles up to 40% and skin looks smoother and more radiant by 43%. So that's from a test group panel telling them that. It's got amazing ingredients in there, like collagen, which is a vegan collagen, so that's great. Vitamin C, niacinamide, hyaluronic acid. It's got all the freaking bells and whistles. But is it good on? So I've been on holiday, I'm really tanned. You can see that my body goes way more golden than my face. What was really good, online you can try on the shades and also use you can book a virtual consultant to help you choose a shade also, but there's an instant one too. So I went on the website and this is the shade, oh, can we see, that was recommended for me. Focus on me here please, which is the 7.5. I don't have this one, so it said that my skin was quite neutral, and I do find that to be quite accurate. And what that means basically is, in very basic layman's terms, you get different undertones, and the most common are either neutral, warm or cool. So warm, depending on the brand, can mean kind of on the reddy orange kind of side of things, whilst cool can be on the more olive, yellow, golden kind of undertone. And then you get a few nuances in between that too. So this is recommending I'm neutral, which I really agree with. I mean, a great place to try product is also on your chest, so you can see also how my chest is such a different colour to my face. If you want a video about how to match a foundation to, like, all colours, let me know in the comments, because I always try and get back to you. So yeah, this recommended a neutral shade, because if I wear something quite yellow, it pulls way more yellow on me, makes me look quite Simpson-y and a bit jaundice, while the other way, it reads a bit more pink, so sometimes your skin can like absorb colour and make it look more that thing. So that's why I quite like neutral. And if you're quite unsure, neutral is a great place to go, especially with something that's like light to medium coverage that is buildable. I don't have number 7.5. I have number 8, okay? And with concealer, you can use, okay, let's use this concealer in 2 ways actually. Let's use it, actually 3. Let's go to bloody town. Let's use this concealer in 3 different ways, shall we? We'll use one to conceal traditionally, this one, in the middle. So that's the number 8. We'll use a lighter one to highlight, and we'll also use one to kind of contour, bronze the skin up a little bit, so we can really see this product in action. Because a lot of the time with concealers, people use them incorrectly quite a lot, through no fault of their own, because makeup's a minefield, and that's why I really want to help you. Okay, so let's start off with let's do one side to start, and I'll use a brush on one side and my fingers on the other side. So this is the product, and there's the brush. The brush is very slim. I thought it might be bigger, but it's very precise. So I like to go in kind of, so these are my kind of common places that I'll apply product, and it does apply quite a generous amount of product. And I'm just going to put it over some blemishes as well. And it feels quite silky when it's on the skin. Well, silky, it feels hydrating. It doesn't feel drying or anything like that. Should we blend that? Let's blend that, and then I'll just leave it as one side. This is the Vive concealer brush, but you can see how it blends so quickly, and whatever excess I'm putting on, just kind of spreading out. And a lot of the time I don't wear foundation, I'll just wear a good concealer, because the concealer contains a lot of coverage. It's really interesting actually seeing a lot of people's makeup bags. People will have like a tinted moisturiser or whatever product and not a concealer, and I find that quite wild, because concealer does the real heavy lifting for you. So this is pulling a little bit on the yellow side, because it is on that kind of, this is the 8, and it's a little bit too dark for me right now, but it makes sense like when my body's out and I'm not wearing a jumper. But it blends beautifully. You can see, let's just do another little layer just around the eye, but it has blended around the eye beautifully. A lot of the time, oh, I've just used the wrong colour there. I've used the 5, and that's just going to be far too light. If you want to see a video of what I mean by the kind of these mistakes of things, because sometimes people will use a far too light concealer and look very grey and kind of ashy around their eye. It's not cute. Here we go. Found my 8. They all look the same. And look at them, they look so similar in the tubes. Okay, granted this is a bit lighter, but I just grabbed whatever was closer. And that's why it's probably saying the 7.5, because it'll have a bit more colour correcting, as well as, you know, just give me a bit more lift around the eye. But look at that. Pretty good, eh? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But it really just blends effortlessly into the skin. It just looks like a second skin. So now let's go into highlighting a little bit. So this is the shade number 5. I'm not going with anything too pale to brighten, because I don't want to sort of fully Kim K it up or whatever, you know, that heavily contoured look. Have I used the guess what I've just done? Yeah, that's right, I've put the 8 on. I was like, why does that not look really bright? I've just had a coffee. It's Mercury retrogrades week. My energy's at like a minus 120. There we go. That's a bit brighter, isn't it? Here we go, Lisa. You can do this. Or can you? Right, let's blend that. This is another Vive brush. I think this is a foundation. No, it's a highlight brush. How apt, because we're highlighting. So you can see it's a light colour. We're pulling a bit of brightness. This is what like a Kevin O'Quine used to use quite a lot, like a lighter colour. Very like a 90s way of doing makeup, using paler tones to physically in the same texture as skin to make it look quite natural, depending on how bright you go for. So this is just beginning to bring a bit more, I need to totally blend this one before I forget about it. Such a nice place to highlight there. The Fural. And now I'm going to go for the dark one. So the lighter one was 5, Pray for me that I pick up the right colour and just not go back to 8. This is number 12. So just kind of applying these in the bronzy kind of hot spots. Love to do it under the chin, under the lip, because it makes the lip look fuller. Let's do a little bit here, because I've been on holiday. Just using a different Vive brush because I just want to keep them clean to do the other side. Well, actually I'll be using, well, I probably won't be using fingers to blend the contour and stuff. But can you see the difference? I'll come closer. So no makeup. Makeup. I hope I've blended it okay everywhere. I can't really see, to be honest. It looks really nice. It feels really lovely. In terms of texture, it's quite different to the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. That has a bit more powdery kind of finish and it really sets down on the skin. Let me know if you want to see a bit of a comparison video of the two. It's not like the KVD one. It's almost like if the KVD Apple Lightweight Concealer had a baby with NARS, this is kind of what you'd get. It just looks so gorgeous. Right, let's try it on the other side. Since I'm a crazy scientist. Oui, bonsoir. So let's blend this with the finger because I know what it's like when we're on the go. We don't always have time to grab that brush. I really want to get the 7.5 now as well to try. Okay. So to really keep coverage, can you notice how I'm sort of stamping and patting the colour in and on? In and on. So similar thing, I sort of pat, and then if you want to spread the edges, but I'd be cautious of spreading from right in here, because if you spread from right in here, you're just going to shear out where you want the coverage, so you kind of do the opposite of what you actually want to achieve, which is a waste of your time, honey. That's quite easy to blend out. If we try and do it with the concealer, oh my gosh, this is all concealer, Lisa. Help. This is all concealer, Lisa. Using concealer as a highlight. So it's quite handy at this time of year, like if your winter concealer is a bit too pale for you, because this is what you can do with it. You can use it as a highlighter. Alternatively, you can mix it in with your other product to create more of your skinned colour. And obviously, as you potentially lose colour as it comes closer to winter, you can use the darker colour, your summer colour, as a contour. Genial, no? Thank you. I take rewards below. Okay. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Do that, because I sort of did that. Just don't forget to blend your neck. We've all been there. But it almost, like, even it, look, I'm just like smushing that on. Smushing it on is the technical name. And it's just blending beautifully. Like, it's easy. Easy. Obviously this side is probably looking a tiny bit heavier than the blush, and that will be to do with the brush. Blush? I don't know what I'm on about. The other side, because of my finger, I don't know. Here I'm feeling it's gone a bit muddy, so I'm going to take my regular concealer brush and just buff. You could use a sponge, you could use a bigger brush, but not bad. Tilbury, come pick up your award. This is bloody nice. I'm going to try and do some wear tests. If you're not following me on TikTok, I love to do a wear test on TikTok. Check in with you throughout the day to show you how things are progressing. That's the word. Yeah. So tell me, has this helped? What other questions do you have? So far I'm liking it. How many mil is in here? So it is 0.25 ounces, does it tell me on the website? The mil. 10 grams, it's not mils. 10 grams. And that's £25 in the UK. I have a discount code for Tilbury, which I'll list below in the caption comments thingies. If you're a new buyer, if you're a new customer to Tilbury. So yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. I mean, concealer, love it. So there you have it. Tilbury review done for you. These are my first thoughts. So I'm loving how it looks and feels, and just the slight kind of luminosity it gives. It's not super drying. It'll be interesting seeing this kind of on a more oily skin. Like I'm quite normal, I get a little bit oily around my nose, so it'll be interesting to see how it lasts around that area. Will I be putting it in my kit? Yes, I think I will. I'm on set this week a lot, so I'm gonna pop them in my kit to see how I get on with them. But yeah, let me know what questions you have. Apologies, my words aren't working. Hashtag tired, hashtag hypothyroidism, hashtag I need another holiday. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.